So I'm on what, day 3 now? And I've been doing good. Like, I actually slept last night and I did good today. And I realized that I think my ex has some narcissistic tendencies. Like, he had narcissistic tendencies. And so, I've been doing a little research. I haven't done a lot on it. I've been just kind of going over things in the relationship, things that I can remember, like different changes, like when things change, like from my actions, like things that I did when I started taking better care of myself, making decisions for myself, basically choosing me kind of over him, putting myself first, like boundaries and his reactions and whatnot. And I'm trying not to analyze everything to death, but I've had some pretty eye-opening things, like some things I'm just like, oh my god, like wow. But I'm not like beating myself up over it because I'm actually proud of myself that I did recognize I did recognize the red flags. And just the things that I remember that bothered me. I was valid. I was valid and like I was very instinctual in this relationship. And it makes me feel good about myself that I have that quality. I also realized that I I mean, I know I stayed in the relationship because I really wanted to work. I wanted it to work. And I know that I stayed in it because of one thing that he did that I've kind of longed for a long time. And that's when I was upset, he would hug me. And it just felt good to have his arms around me. And he was nurturing to me. And that's something that I didn't have as a child. And I've never really had. And I also realized that I don't respect myself enough, so other people don't really respect me. And I realized why I don't have or haven't had actual good quality friends. I've actually realized a lot about myself and why I entered into this relationship, and like why things kind of have played out the way they have. Now, and I felt really good like when I left work and everything, but then I got home and I'm having a little bit of a sad moment. And I had a couple of sad moments at work. Like I could feel the sadness in me. I feel the pain, the anger, and I feel it, but at the same time I'm proud of myself because I don't feel like I was really a doormat like I have been in past relationships, like I was in my marriage. And I didn't believe like everything this guy told me. Like I feel, and I actually challenged him a few times. I actually do. I like at the beginning, in the first 6 months of the relationship, like about 6 months of the relationship, I actually do remember looking at him and telling him that he had unresolved issues from his ex-wife and his mom, and that actually upset him because he looked at me dead in the eyes and says I had dealt with my issues. And I knew that was a lie. Like I spot on spot, like I so called it. And that's what I'm looking at. Like I'm actually just looking at the fact that I was a lot stronger in this relationship than I have been in the past. And that's an improvement for me. That's something that I love, and that I may have lost my focus and lost my way a little because my intent after I broke up with the last guy was to focus on myself and to change things in my life, like create better habits and to really just focus on me, work through my issues. And I was able to work through some of my issues. However, I mean, I still have a long ways to go because I'm uncovering a lot more about myself. And like, I really feel good like, I feel good about myself. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm hurting. I am. And there are things that I miss because there are qualities in him that I really liked. And but I also know that those qualities, and I'm going to miss those qualities, but I also know that I can find those same qualities that I loved about him. I could find those qualities in another man. He's not the only man on this planet that has those qualities. And it may take me a while to find it, but I know that in order for me, for my next relationship to actually be awesome and great and potential, long term future, I need to work on me. I need to find the love for myself, love who I am. I need to work through the issues that I've not got through, and that's why I'm going to therapy to help me. I mean, I have a lot of things ahead of me. I have a lot of good things ahead of me that are happening. Like I'm on track. I feel like I'm on track with my life and not being tied down to a relationship. I mean, it actually opens up more possibilities. And yes, thinking about some of these possibilities and things that I've got coming up, like it scares the crap out of me. Like there are some things that I'm scared of. Like I'm almost terrified. I was like, but that's why I need to build up the confidence in myself and know that I can do the things that are ahead of me, like moving out into my own place and potentially moving away and having to be in a new place by myself. Like it's scary stuff, but there are things that I can do, I can work through, and I can deal with. And I mean, and the moving out and everything, I don't know that's gonna happen. It's not gonna happen this year, but you know, I don't even know if I'm gonna change jobs this year because I graduate in August, so I still have time, and I don't have to find a new job right away, and it's gonna take me a while. I mean, I'm not gonna just go to another job. Like I want something that's gonna benefit me and help me build a good career. I mean, so, and I got my Etsy store that I'm working on, and of course, my YouTube channel that I'm playing around with, seeing, what I like, what works, what don't, that kind of thing. So, I mean, I still got stuff going for me, and I want to learn to love myself and to be with myself before I jump into another relationship. And I don't even want to jump into one. Like, ease my way into it, like just ease it kind of slowly maybe. But I've had this theory for a while, something that I've thought about, and I did a little Google research on it, not much, but how can a person love someone else when they don't love themselves? Let me get a little close up here. So how can truly love someone else if I don't love myself? Think about it. And that's the thing. Like I have not have enough love. I've not loved myself and respected myself. So how can I expect anyone else to truly? And that's why I've attracted people who don't respect themselves and don't love themselves. So have I ever really been in love? I mean, I've cared for people, yeah, but I've never truly been in love. And that's something in itself. I mean, I cared about this guy, I really did, but I'm a caring person and I care. I mean, I am a caring person. And I do care about people, some people, okay, some people, because there are some people I'm just like, no, I'm good. I mean, some people are just, some people are just, no, some people are just really absolutely horrible people. I'm putting it out there. You can call it mean, whatever, but they are absolutely horrible people. But yeah, I mean, I'm feeling it. Like, I'm feeling the sadness and the pain, and there are things that I'm going to miss. But overall, I think I'm handling it pretty well. We'll see how it goes because tomorrow is Monday, and there is the potential that I will see him at work. So that's yeah. So we shall see. Oh, and before I go, so to conclude this video, my quote for today from my lovely little cards. I love these cards, by the way. So my quote is, live life for you, not the audience in your head. This one is about authenticity. So let me repeat this. Okay. And I'm sorry if I'm not looking like where I need to look. Yeah, still working on that, by the way. So, live life for you, not the audience in your head. So, live life for you, okay? Don't live life for anyone else. Don't live life for those little voices that are inside your head. Live it for you. Do you, boo. Do you and be you. That's my advice, is to live life for you, not the audience in your head. And if you have trauma, past trauma from your childhood or past relationships, and you know that you haven't dealt with it, I strongly encourage you to seek professional help. I do. If you're in an unhappy relationship, unhappy marriage, seek professional help. Get help. It's not good to be in a relationship or to be in a marriage and not be happy, not be satisfied, being depressed. I've battled depression off and on over the years. Actually, I realized today that I'm actually not depressed. Like, my self esteem and everything, like, I'm not taking this personally, really. I'm not depressed over this. Like, this isn't crushing me. And I'm not blaming myself. I'm not beating myself up thinking, "Oh my God, what did I do wrong?" No, like I'm sad and I'm hurt and I'm a little angry, but overall, I'm not depressed. For the first time in my life, I can honestly tell you I'm not depressed. And it is the best feeling in the world. Despite everything else, like I'm good. I mean, there have been times today that I went to cry and I've cried a little bit, but like I'm not sobbing. My eyes aren't poofy. I don't have a migraine. Like, and I feel good. And I had started grieving, I guess, the loss of this relationship before I ever broke up with him because, I mean, you know what's coming. If you don't know that a breakup is coming, then you're not paying attention and you need to pay more attention. But still, like, even now that I know that it's over, I still feel good. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a small part of me that hopes that he texts me and wants me back and all this, but I'm not going to go back by any means, no. But it's just, the thought of him realizing that he made a mistake and all that, that feels nice. But at the same time, I mean, it really wouldn't be real, wouldn't be authentic. And I mean, it's not going to work. No matter how you slice it, it's not going to work. It's just not. It would not. And I don't want that. I don't want it. Like, after rolling up in his driveway and seeing that girl in his house, no. Or that woman in his house, like, no. Like, after the way he treated me and some of the things he said to me, and just, no. And the fact that he still has issues from his past, no, thank you. I'm good. Like, I don't need him. I don't want him. There are better men in this world, and I am better than that. And even if I have to go through the rest of my life till I'm 100 years old and not ever get married again and not ever find the man that I'm looking for, the right man for me, I am actually, well, I'm not going to tell you that I'm okay with that. I don't really want that. But you know what? I would be okay with that. I would be perfectly fine with it. I would find a way to make it work for me. I would rather have my peace of mind, my happiness, my pride, my dignity, and my self love, my self esteem. I would rather have me and loving me and not be married or in a relationship with a guy, not find the one that is worthy enough to have me and I'm worthy enough for him. Like we deserve each other, kind of thing. Like, we're great together. If I don't find that, I'm okay with that. I can live with that Because I would rather be by myself and be happy and be treated well than to be in a relationship or a marriage where I'm treated like crap. Because I have had enough of people treating me like crap, and I've allowed it. That's the thing. Like, I'm not blaming them. I'm not even going to remotely put a blame on them. And it's really not blaming, it's owning up and taking responsibility. And I have allowed myself to be treated the way I have by men, by my family, by my so-called friends. Like, I've allowed it. And I'm not going to allow it anymore. I'm just not. I mean, you don't have to be mean or rude to stand up for yourself. You have to set boundaries for yourself. And that's something I never learned, was how to set boundaries for myself. So, day 3. And I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay.